what's up, man? It's your boy Thomas, and guess what? This is what you don't know out the 540.
Hey, y'all, listen up. I got something you don't know, and it's stuff outside the 540.
I fell and lost to the war, shot me dead. I was lost, and I said to the voices in my head, I gotta get up again. I gotta get up to another day, and not give it up again. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get up again.
How's it going, everybody? This is what you don't know outside the 540. I'm with my guy Thomas.
What is going on, listeners? This is a good song. It gets me jazzed.
Every time you play it. Yeah, that part right there gets me every time. So I've been telling y'all about this Falcon story, so I'm just going to jump right into it. I mean, it's pretty crazy. The title of this story here is A Saudi Prince Bought a Seat for 80 of his Falcons on this plane.
Really?
80 Falcons. These are real Falcons.
So he brought 80 plane tickets, one for each Falcon.
Yes.
And not the Falcons, like the football team.
Yes, and I was wondering, I said, this has got to be fake, how this works. But apparently, for Qatar Airlines, you can bring a maximum of 6 Falcons in the cabin at one time.
So how do you get 80?
That's what I'm wondering. But falconry is a huge part of the Arab heritage and culture, and remains as popular pastime in the United Arab Emirates, with the birds all used to hunt small game. So they keep these birds around. They're kind of like...
So like the dogs.
Yeah,
I mean, not dogs, but I mean, dogs are members of our family.
So,
so
they love
the equivalent.
They love falcons.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I need a falcon.
Traveling with them is not hugely uncommon. Around 28,000 bird passports were reportedly issued to the Falcons between 2002 and 2013.
Bird passports?
Yes.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
But someone says here, no one really knows why he was taking the birds, all 80 of them somewhere.
Why don't the Falcons just fly wherever they're going?
That's kind of what I was wondering.
That's a legit question.
Someone made a good point today. It's almost like we're kind of messing with God on this one because because of birds' wings to fly, we're gonna put them on a plane.
Yeah.
So I laughed pretty hard when I saw that. That's interesting though. Who would have thought? I've heard of bringing your dog on there. Carrying on a dog. Maybe a cat. But this guy put 80 Falcons in the business class of a flight, and they all sat right there on their little cage. They stood right on top of the cage, right on the seat.
If I had 80 dogs and I wanted them all to come with me, then
you'd pay for it?
I mean, if I could afford it, why not?
Yeah. He's probably filthy rich. I mean, think about it.
It's funny because actually in those, I'm trying to think where Dubai, just in that like general, in that, like area, they're very wealthy over there. Like their concept of money is way different. Because us, our minimum wage, $7.50, $7.25, whatever it is, you might, work 15, 20 hours a week. You're going to get a paycheck after, your after taxes, like $180, something like that. That is nothing to them. Like they're getting millions, hundreds of thousands, and that's just middle class, to them. So It's just different concept of money.
100% right you are, my guy. So, you know who LeBron James is, don't you?
I've heard of the gentleman.
You know who that guy is? Well, yeah.
He never had the pleasure of meeting him, but I have heard of the
currently the greatest
gentleman.
basketball player on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
Playing
I
today.
do know who LeBron is. I'm doing a bit.
Today. He does know who LeBron is. I knew that. I'm surprised you didn't say number 6.
Yeah, I was getting there.
Number 23.
Right. I was
going through all his numbers.
Yeah.
Well, if you're talking about this team, but he and Charles Barkley, Charles Barkley
I do know Charles
are
Barkley.
in a little spat right now.
What kind of spat? What are they spatting about?
Pretty much, Charles Barkley has the show on TNT where he does the halftime show and the pregame show, and he talks about all kinds of stuff. That's his job. His job to get up there and talk. Well, he called LeBron pretty much a whiner. He just called him very whiny, and LeBron James kind of shot back at him. He said, "I'm not going to let him disrespect my legacy like that," James told ESPN. "I'm not the one who threw somebody through a window. I never spit on a kid. I never had unpaid debt in Las Vegas. I never said I'm not a role model. I never showed up to All-Star Weekend on a Sunday because I was in Vegas all weekend partying. All I've done for my entire career is represent the NBA the right way. 14 years, never got in trouble. Respected the game. Print that.
Fair statement.
Andy said there's a new sheriff in town.
That's a fair statement. I mean, Charles Barkley is a character. Always has been.
What do you think about well, this kind of raised the question of and then today Charles Barkley kind of fired back saying the millennials always think everybody has to be friends. You know, I'm not here to be their friends. So he's kind of just jumping on like the millennials real quick. And us being two millennials in that perspective, have you found it hard to hear like people with their old ways and old views mesh with the millennial view? I feel like that's one big, misunderstanding right now.
I appreciate the way the old ways things were done, honestly. I mean, that's a personal thing. There are some things that are better now that we do them differently because as time went on, we figured out how we could do things better, faster, whatever. But, I mean, in general, if an old head is saying, well, back in my day, we did it like this, well, I appreciate that. And if we still do it like that, that's cool. But if
doesn't make it right.
Yeah, if times have changed and we've got a different way of doing it.
It's just kind of like the guy that says, somebody will say, for example, I used to walk, to school and back, uphill both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you wouldn't have done that if you had the means of transportation we had today.
Yeah, right.
You did that because you had to.
Right.
You did that because that's what everybody else was doing.
You didn't have a choice.
So sometimes I'll get a little fired up with the old way of thinking.
That I do.
I do respect my elders, so let's not get that twisted. But it's always interesting to hear the first thing an older person was saying in an argument is, well, these millennials nowadays are.
That's become such a new term now.
Yeah, it's like
these millennials.
The older people seem to go right towards that. Well, we have a lot more distractions than you guys ever had as well too.
Right.
So.
I mean, a boss of mine that I used to work for told me, he's like, you guys just jump on, Facebook or, text each other and you figure out where you're hanging out. But when I was your age, when I was 21 years old back in 91, we didn't send out text messages and find out where the spot is. Like the spot was the burger joint, and you went to the burger joint, and whoever was there,
how many times did you show up to the burger joint and someone wasn't there because they couldn't tell you they weren't going to be there?
Right, exactly.
So how many times do you eat a burger by yourself? Well, I ain't eating the burger by myself.
Yeah, I'm just proving your point.
Yeah,
that,
I know.
They didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I was kind of siding with you on that one.
So it's like, I appreciate it back in the day. I personally think it would be kind of cool to live in the era where before cell phones. I really do. I really wish I could have been like 23, 24 years old in about 91, 92.
We did for a while because I know I didn't have a phone in middle school.
No, I mean, like being an adult without a phone.
I'm just saying I didn't have a phone in middle school.
I did, 7th grade.
I didn't have one.
When did you get one?
Right when I got to high school.
So 9th grade?
Yeah, but I remember not having a phone for a while, and a lot of people were starting to get them, and they're just like having to use the house phone all the time, which is just the worst, using the landline.
Yeah.
And I hated, I always used to remember just throwing back a little reminiscent here, and not what you don't know outside of 540. When you be on the phone, your mom could pick up the other phone, and they could hear you, and you'd be like, Mom, get off the phone. That just used to
But you got 5 more minutes,
yeah,
Ryan.
That used to tilt me beyond belief.
And it's funny because even when we had the cell phone in 7th grade, man, I had to.
Oh, manometer.
Right. I had to share 50 text messages a month with Troy. We shared a phone.
That divided by 2 is 25.
25 text messages. I could only, and that's sending and receiving. So that you only get now. You got to cut that number in half too.
Yeah. So you could send about 5 texts.
5.5 text messages.
That's funny.
And
you better make them. You better make them count.
That's right.
Some months you was sending 5 texts on one day.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's just crazy because, even the flip phones. Man, things have really evolved. Well, I'm going to quit reminiscing on the 540 show right now because I'm just getting lost in thought about how I used to play Snake on my phone, and now I'm playing Ninja Cut Fruit and
yeah,
whatnot.
Ninja Cut Fruit.
What's it called?
You heard it here
Ninja.
First on the 540 show, Ninja Cut Fruit.
Ninja Cut
Fruit Ninja is a fun game, though. That
is funny. So, you been watching any of the Olympics or X Games?
No, I haven't caught any of the Olympics because they're not on right now.
Well,
but I have been watching some of the. I have flipped on and seen the X Games. Yes, Thomas.
Yeah. You know what? That's a strike on me. I apologize. I didn't mean to say that. The X Games. What's your favorite event?
I like watching the downward ski slope. Is that what it is? Where What's the one where they're on the skis and they're going downhill, but there's like jumps and rails incorporated?
Oh, so it's like a trick park.
It's like slope style or something.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
okay, yeah, that's cool.
I always like those events, like
That's dope.
or the snowboarding for that when they do that, or everybody loves the snowboarding half pipe. I mean, who doesn't?
Right.
So many epic.
That's
you know. I remember when I was little
Shaun
watching
White.
Shaun White, and everybody just knew what he was about to do.
The
And they're like,
Superman twist.
if he can hit the perfect run.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember watching Shaun White and Tony Hawk. The X Games used to be a big thing in my family. We used to always sit down.
Really?
Just me and my dad, brother, just watching the X Games. So yeah, I have flipped on and caught a little bit of it.
I like the X Games. I like the X Games over the Olympics only because I feel like it's a little bit more extreme.
Mhm.
You know, like the extreme sports. I mean, Olympics is cool. Athleticism, all
Yeah.
that. But I don't think what's the one the big air. I like the big air.
The big jump.
Yeah, the big air skis where the guys just go.
Yeah, that's.
You're gonna take flight.
Yeah, they got me on that one. You won't catch me out there doing that. But hey, there is a big game this week. You're hearing this on Friday. That means you'll be 2 days away from the Super Bowl.
The Super
in
Bowl.
Houston. Hey, I want to bet you $5. I feel like we had a pretty
I got 5 on
not
it.
heated, but you really wanted to see the Falcons win. And
Oh yeah.
I don't really care who wins, but I think the Patriots are going to win. So, would you want to put $5 on the game?
I got $5 on the game,
$5.
and I actually am going to raise that 5. I see your 5. I raise you another 5. Tom Brady gets sacked 4 times or more.
I'm not taking it. Not taking it.
I thought you said Atlanta defense don't get to the quarterback.
But 4 times isn't that many times.
All right, so how does the odds
You
thing?
could
Like
you
3
could
to
do
1
4.5.
odds?
You could do 4.5.
4.5
If you give me
sacks?
4.5, I'll take the under.
Okay, I'll take that.
So if he gets sacked 5 times, you win.
Boom, boom.
There it is.
You
We have
heard
a
it here
$10
first.
Bet
You heard it
parlay.
here first.
We have a who wins the game parlayed with how many times Tom Brady gets sacked. I have under 4.5. Thomas thinks that he'll get sacked 4.5 or more times. And there is half a sacks in the NFL. So if somehow 4.5 sacks happen, then we tie.
That's right.
But I think it's going to be a good game. Belichick has 2 weeks to prepare for Julio, but Julio and that offense, they're just freaks of nature. They got 2 really good running backs, a good receiving core. I think it's going to be a really, really great matchup to save us from what the playoffs have been not very good. A lot of blowouts.
Yep, a lot of blowouts. It's disappointing that you wait all week to watch a blowout. They prepare way too hard for stuff like that. I prepare too hard to watch for that.
And I haven't really given them their shine, but now it's my time to do that. The Capitals are currently just coming off the All-Star break. Great All-Star weekend. Saw Ovi out there doing his thing. They are the best team in hockey. They played tonight, which is Tuesday night. They play the Islanders. They are currently the best team in hockey, getting ready to start the second half of the year. Would love to see them close it out. They have the most points in hockey. They have 33 wins, 10 losses, and 6 overtime losses with 72 points atop the Metropolitan Division. Moving on, the Wizards, another local team, are on fire. They started 2-8. A lot of people wrote them off. Since then, they've had one of the best records in the NBA.
Sheesh.
They have a big game tonight against the Knicks. They are looking to move into the 4th seed of the playoffs when a lot of people just thought that they were just going to have another down year and not make the playoffs. They're surging. John Wall's playing really well right now. Kirk Cousins showed out at the Pro Bowl a little bit. I don't know if you saw it. He chased down Aqib Talib and stripped him of the football after a pick. The pick wasn't Kirk's fault.
Did Aqib take his chain, or was
no,
Kirk's
but
chain all right?
Kirk was running the meanest 40-yard dash, sprinted 80 yards down the field to catch him, stripped him from behind. It was pretty awesome to see Kirk running full speed.
It's funny that happens to Aqib too, because he's Mr. Big Shot corner.
Yeah,
and,
it was a really good Pro Bowl. They were hitting, they were actually trying.
Because that's what I told you. That's why I don't really get too hyped up on it, because it's just.
They really tried this year. It was enjoy to watch most of it. The AFC won 20-13 over the NFC.
Cool.
And locally, there's something I have noticed. There's a lot of really good high school hoops going on.
Really?
Yes, there's a lot of good high school hoops. The high school basketball in the area has seemed to be on the uprise. I know Massaponack's doing really well. Cortland usually seems to be good. I haven't really checked on them. I don't really think they're having a good year this year, but they're always usually pretty good.
Well, we're going to have to try and incorporate some stars.
Get out and check out the winter sports. Shout out to Massaponack's basketball and the boys basketball they're doing, and girls basketball. They're both doing real well. Get out and support your local teams.
Support your local teams.
Well, that's all I got for the sports. This has been the 540 show. why don't you let them know one last time where they can find us? I know that's your bit.
So everybody, you know the drill. You know the drill. You know that you can find us at facebook.com/540show. Hey, look at us visuals on youtube.com/540show. You go to SoundCloud to get the full audio. SoundCloud.com/540show. Download the app on your Play Store and your App Store at the 540 Show. Hey, get a t-shirt from us. The t-shirts from Vinyl Visions. You need any car work, anything, any auto mechanics, hey, holla at my man Jordan Mark at Clinch Auto Mechanics. Go ahead and get it them. Marketing stuff. If you need the gift of gab, you've got any brand you need marketed, put out there, holla at Gabby, get it us. We will get you to him.
Remember to sign up for leagues at the Fredericksburg Fieldhouse along with hitting us up about the soccer team. Make sure you guys get on that. And everybody have an awesome weekend.